Hello and welcome to another episode of 90-Second Equities. Delighted to welcome back Global Equities Portfolio Manager Francois de Bruin. Now, Francois, we are most of the way through the latest corporate earnings season. So my one question and one question only for you is, what have been the learnings from earnings? 90 seconds, watch that clock.
Yeah, hi, Stuart. So with most companies having reported, we've seen a strong US earnings season with almost 4% sales growth and a similar level of earnings growth compared to the first quarter of last year. And expectations are for a similar level of sales growth for the rest of the year, but operating leverage should translate into accelerating earnings growth to high single digits and even low double digits by year end. Perhaps unsurprisingly, tech has been the largest contributor with almost 40% of total growth for the year ahead, expected to come from that sector alone. And the expectations are for nearly double the rate of growth for the tech sector compared to the rest of the S&P 500. But fortunately, we are starting to see that narrow growth broaden out to other industries and geographies. If we look at Europe and the UK, large sectors such as pharma and banks, first quarter earnings have been ahead of expectations, and we should see growth overall inflect positively from next quarter onwards. So there are certainly reasons to be optimistic, as fundamentals are certainly sound. However, what we have observed is that as companies have reported, we've seen a downward bias to share prices, which suggests to us that perhaps valuations and expectations have kept pace with the underlying reality. But for us, we're focusing on the fundamentals where we are optimistic. We see growing and accelerating sales and earnings momentum, and a broadening out of growth should provide fertile opportunities for active stock picking. But as always, we think valuation discipline is key, and a margin of safety is integral for long-term success.
Thank you, Francois, and thank you very much for listening. And please join us in a couple of weeks' time for another episode of 90-Second Equities.